Estoy. Hey, Chris. Hi, Amy. Welcome. Hey, Keto Jack. Hi, Wendy. All right. We'll be getting started in about 4 to 7 minutes. Hey, Allie. Hey, Scott. Welcome, welcome. As you hop on, put in the chat where you're watching from and what flavor of ketones you drank this morning. And if you're doing the iFast, the Slim Down Challenge, let us know that too in the chat. Necesito moverlo. Welcome, welcome, everyone. I see Lola is in California, fueled by female this morning. Yum. Keto Jack's in Toronto. Life's a peach. Amy had Black Label and the Ocean one. Awesome. Oh, but you forgot to bring your stuff to work today. Uh-oh, it's okay. All right. You had Naranja, Kayla. Awesome. So we're dropping in the chat where you're watching from. And also, if you're joining us for the iFast this week, let us know that. And what flavor did you have this morning?
So you felt her shoulders firing. So then like
All right. Amber. Hey, Amber. See you. Hey, Sarah. All right. And if you don't have your camera on yet, we'd love to see you if you're able. We know that some people are working, some people are driving, so no problem if you cannot. But if you can, we'd love to see your smiling faces on this beautiful Monday morning. Actually, here it's going to rain today, but it's still beautiful outside. All right. Oklahoma. Brittany. Trish, you had sweet tea lemonade. Yum. And Angie, you guys are fasting. Awesome. All right. We're going to get started in just a couple of minutes. If you have anyone that is on your team that isn't on here yet, go ahead and send them a message and remind them that we're getting started this morning.
morning.
All right. Good morning, everyone. As everyone's popping on, turn your camera on if you can and drop in the chat what flavor ketones you're having this morning. And if you're doing the iFast with the community as we get started with that this week.
In progress.
Just a minute.
And if you have, if you're in a space that might not be as quiet, go ahead and put mute on so that you can make sure that everyone can hear really well.
We'll change it to Sunday.
Okay, we're gonna go ahead and get started. And as people hop on, you can welcome them in the chat and help us do that. So I wanted to make sure, let me make sure that everyone is good. Okay, so I'm Christina Martinez Williams. I live in Fort Washington, Maryland, and I have been drinking ketones for over 6.5 years and sharing them for 5.5. And I have 2 daughters, one who's 7 and one who's 8, 7.5 and 8. And when I got started, they were only 8 months old and 2 years old. And we get to do this now and continue to share. It's so amazing. So what we're going to talk about today is we're going to focus on mindset. Always on Mondays, we talk about mindset and we talk about what action we can get into to start conversations, because our business is just that simple. Creating conversations and continuing to follow up. So we're going to talk about that this morning. And I have Sarah Ramos with me, who's going to be sharing about Keto Life Parties. But before we do that, we're going to talk about our innate statements. If you have an innate statement written from some time in your time with Prove It, put a 1 in the comments. Who already has an innate statement written? And if you were at more and you wrote an innate statement there, put a 2 in the comments. I want to see who all has innate statements and who was with us at more and was writing their statements. All right. So the innate statement is beautiful. If you have not written one yet, we have recordings of trainings to write your own. And it is an amazing way for you to affirm who you are, who you were created to be, who you're stepping into, the greatness that you already have. It gives you the ability to say that to yourself daily, because I know that for me, I tend to start spiraling fast downward and tell myself things that are not true about myself, my past programming from my past in my mind. And that my statement helps me to remember who I am and who I am becoming, and helps me to step into that on a daily basis. When we step into our daily action of starting conversations about ketones, we get to do that from a space that is much more attractive. If we're positive and speaking truth about who we are, we're attracting that same thing back, and it changes the energy that people feel from us if we speak that to ourselves. Sometimes we speak that to other people, but not to ourselves, and this is a way for us to do that. So as a way to start off our call today, I'm going to ask a few people to share their statements. And I'm going to include my daughters, because they've been saying theirs for over 4 years. And we decided when I got home from war this time that they were going to rewrite their statements and do it again. And they chose this time to do theirs in English, and before they were in Spanish. So they're here ready to share that. I'm going to ask first, though, Jocelyn. Are you on, Jocelyn? I'm trying to see if I saw you pop in or not. I'm off mute. And yes, you are. Okay, Jocelyn is she's actually the daughter of a promoter with us, and she is 15, came to the More event, wrote her first innate statement, and she is going to come off mute and share that with you today. And she can become, if she wants to, a promoter when she turns 16, which is going to be in like a couple months. So I wanted to make sure she had an opportunity to share hers as well. Hi, Jocelyn.
Hi.
How are you?
Good, and you?
Good. All right, I am ready. Everyone give her some love in the chat, because this is her first time saying it in front of a group of people, and she's amazing. So you all are going to hear that in her statement. All right, Jocelyn, let's hear it.
I, Jocelyn Ortiz, am a brilliant, amazing, smart, pretty, passionate, energetic, kind, creative, icon, legend, millionaire, queen, overcomer who inspires, empowers, understands, never gives up, and believes. And I prove it every single day.
Woo! All right. And celebrate Jocelyn. Everyone celebrate Jocelyn as well. She celebrates herself. This is so amazing. Jocelyn, you did awesome. I know Jocelyn is messaging me regularly to tell me when she's doing her activity from Joseph McClendon III and what she's doing to her activity. Let me see if you have the ability to turn your mute on, go ahead and do that. And for everyone so that we can make sure everyone can hear. All right. Great job, Jocelyn. Thank you for sharing with us this morning. Is Cecily still? Okay, Zariah wants to share with you, and then we have a couple other provers as well who are ready to share. And then I'm going to ask some of you to come off mute and also share yours. So Zariah is here. She has hers ready to go. Okay, you ready? Okay.
I, Zariah Martinez Rams, am a creative, curious, unique, resourceful, loving, brave, grateful, and multilingual baby lover, guide, teacher, climber, builder, chef, and mover who creates delicious recipes, cares for others, learns new things, makes things with my hands, gives to others, learns fast, plays hard, and uses my imagination. I, Zariah, am freaking amazing.
Woo! All right, celebrate Zariah in the chat. The next person that I want to come off mute and share is Candace. You're gonna be Candace. Are you on?
I'm here.
Awesome. All right.
Candace.
Yes.
I'm ready.
Okay.
I, Candace Greenbanks, am a beautiful, fun, compassionate, magnificent encourager, healer, innovator, beacon of light, angelic mom who is crowned with love, makes magic moments, builds legacies, galvanizes others, attracts abundance, manifests purpose, and models greatness with grace. I, Candace Greenbanks, freaking rock, and I prove it every day.
Woo! Yay, Candace. All right, give Candace some love in the chat. All right, next up is Kylie Leia. And then we'll have one more, and then I'm going to take some volunteers. Lisa?
I, Kylie Mateus Rams, am a curious, unique, weird, resourceful, confident, grateful, and multilingual dancer, party planner, leader, helper, chef, designer, and mover who tries new things, creates delicious recipes, learns new things, makes things with my hands, talks to new people easily and with confidence, keeps trying when it's hard, and takes on challenges. I, Kylie Mateus Rams, am freaking amazing.
Woo! All right, give some Kylie some love in the chat. Great job, Kylie Leia. All right, the next person is Lori. Come off mute.
Hey, hi, how is everybody doing today? Happy Monday. I can't believe it's Monday. Okay. I have not ever read my innate statement aloud like this before, Christina. So that's so cool.
Awesome.
I'm so inspired by the children. Like, give it up for everybody. Celebrating is so fun. And I'm learning to do that more and more and more for myself every day. So I, Lori Hart, am a magnetic, passionate, healthy, independent, strong motivator, life changer, world traveling mom, Nana legend who attracts and empowers driven women who have already raised a family, find their passion and purpose through network marketing in the Prove It community. I freaking rock and I prove it every day.
Woo! All right. And she's celebrating. Awesome. Celebrate her in the chat.
Woo!
And now I need to see you put a 3 in the chat if you are ready to share it with us. If you have yours ready and you want to come off mute and share, put a 3 in the chat. And then I'll have the girls pick one of the people that puts it. We're going to wait just another second or two. Is there anyone else? I see the 3s. Okay. Kylie, Kiana. Okay.
Me
3,
too,
2, 1.
Mommy. Let's do. No, don't say it out loud. That one.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead, Zariah. ¿Quién fue?
Amber.
Amber. All right. Zariah chose Amber. Amber, can you come off mute?
Yes, good morning, everybody. I'm excited to share mine. I really wanted to it more, but my hand was up and raised and I wasn't one of the ones chosen, so this is a great opportunity for me. Thank you. So I, Amber Horn, am a kind, confident, fearless, brave, bold, light leader, teacher, creator, influencer who inspires others who are ready for change, who stands up, takes action, and gets things done, who speaks with confidence and conviction, who loves, cares, and serves her family, friends, and those around her. I am a wife, a mom of 6, a grandma of 2, and I live out in Oregon.
Yay! Celebrate! All right, everyone celebrate Amber. And the last person that's going to share this morning, Kylie, is choosing from the 3s.
There's more down.
Uno de esos. Okay, ¿cómo se llama? Lynn, she pointed to Lynn Knowles. You can come off mute.
Hey, good morning, everyone. Happy Monday. I, Lynn Knowles, am a strong, passionate, confident entrepreneur, inspiring others to grow and become all they dream of. A leader, overcomer, and warrior who paves the way and shines the light on others' paths so they can find their abundance. I am a legend.
Awesome. Celebrate. Awesome. Celebrate Lynn in the chat as well. Thank you, all of you who chose to share today and who we called on to share. You are stepping into that, and every single person. So the question, I saw the question of what's the question. So the question was to share your innate statement. So an innate statement is, if you haven't done it yet, we have a training that's recorded that you can watch and create your own, but it's an opportunity to talk to yourself about who you are and who you're becoming. Who is the greatness? What's the greatness inside of you that you get to bring out every day and share with the world? And as you can see, everyone is so different, so beautifully unique and different. And that is the beauty of greatness. We all get to have that. And that's what people get to interact with when we get to talk to them about ketones and share this amazing product that we have, because we get to. So when you show up because you believe in yourself more and more every day, I know that it took me a lot of years of saying this daily for me to actually step into it fully, or to believe it fully, of what I was telling myself about myself, that the more though that I do it and the more that I say it, the more I step into it. And the more that I find, even in split-second decisions, that I'm making a decision to step into who I am and doing it differently than I might have if I had not said my statement about what I've written about myself. If you've had some kind of aha moment around your statement, share that in the comments, because this is such a powerful tool that we have. It's really about mindset and how we show up for ourselves that affects how we attract and engage with other people who get to be a part of our community, whether that's as a customer or as a promoter. All right, I'm going to pass the mic to Sarah Ramos, who's going to be talking about continuing the conversation.
Hello, everyone. I'm so excited to be on the call today. If you can help me, Christina, when people come off of mute, if you can mute them. For some reason, I think everyone is coming on here unmuted. So we can just hit that so we can all have an amazing call today. I'm super excited to talk about more and basically how to continue the conversation as we all have a super busy summer ahead of us, and just staying in that momentum and that excitement that we had off of more. Drop a 5 in the chat if you were at the More event. Drop a 5 if you were at the More event. What an amazing event. Like, such an amazing event to really show us what we have our hands on, to collect these stories of what the product is doing for people, what our community is doing, what the business opportunity is doing for people. It is something that is so anchored within my soul that when I leave an event, and I'm sure it's the same as all of you, the excitement is just on fire. Like, right now is the best time to get out and talk to more people. I know that we have super busy summers going on, but right now, while we're so excited about the product and what we have our hands on, it's that momentum to create this ripple effect as we go on. So what Christina talked about is so important. So the belief within yourself. So when we get home, we're back in our environment. I'm around my 4-year-old who is super emotional. To be able to keep that frequency that we had at the event, sometimes it can be super, super challenging. So anchoring yourself back into your belief within yourself, doing that innate statement that we did at the beginning of this call is so important. When I get nervous to do something, I always tell myself, Sarah, you can do hard things. And then when I want to throw up because I'm so nervous to do something, I put a smile on my face and I change that fear to excitement. And I think to myself, I'm so excited to do this. Like, I can't wait to do this. And I get nervous doing everything. It is 7 years later, and I still get nervous doing everything. And the reason for that is because I care. I care so deeply about people. I care so deeply about what we have our hands on. I want people to catch the vision because I 100% know that when they catch the vision, they're going to feel what we feel when it comes to Prove It, when it comes to ketones, when it comes to this movement that we're doing. So let's talk about kind of getting out into the marketplace here. So coming off of More, my husband and I were at More together, and we thought to ourselves, why wouldn't we stop and do a tour and do multiple KLPs in a community that has multiple promoters? So we decided right out of More to fly into Chicago, take a bus for an hour and a half down to a little farming community and do 5 different KLPs. And I'll tell you right now, I was nervous to do this. I was uncomfortable to do this, but I know that's when we grow the most. And I'll tell you right now, the stories that we got to collect because we immersed ourselves into that community, the people that now are drinking ketones because of somebody else's story. Because you have to remember, when you share your story, you're sharing a part of somebody else's story where they can see hope and they can see that they can get out of the situation that they're in. So some amazing KLPs that we had. I'm going to bring some people on that hosted some KLPs and they had never even been to a KLP before. The first person that I'm going to bring on, she committed to the More event 5 days into the business. She had been a part of Prove It for 5 days and she committed to coming to More with her husband, which is absolutely amazing. So I'm going to have Holly come off of mute really quick. And Holly, I just want you to tell everyone, you've never hosted a KLP before. You've never been to a KLP before. However, you came to the More event and you hosted a KLP. Can you tell people, how did you invite to it? Like, what was your KLP like? Did you shake up ketones? Did you make dinner for everyone? Like, what is it that you did to have such a successful KLP? Are you out there,
So,
Holly?
I am. Can you hear me?
Yes, I got you.
Okay. Okay. So, at first, I think when I jumped, going to More, I was so, I don't know, I was nervous. I didn't know what to expect. And so I just jumped in.
Oop, did we lose her for other people too? Oh, darn it.
Okay. Are you there?
Okay. Yep, you're back.
I don't know why I kept losing it. Okay, so I just went to More and I decided this was it. I was going to do it. I loved the community and I was so excited for it, but I was so nervous because I just generally I'm an introvert, so it was hard for me. But I invited on Facebook, I invited in person to people I knew and people I thought would really be able to benefit from the product. And I hosted at my daughter's dance studio. And we just shook up some ketones and had the conversation.
That's amazing. Amazing. Speaking of stories, can you tell the people how much coffee you used to drink? I still can't get over that.
I went from like 3 pots of coffee a day to 1 cup of coffee a day.
Did you guys hear that?
With ketones, and just one charged ketone, and every once in a while, non-charged one in the afternoon, but mostly just the one, like I would just drink my ketones in the morning with the keto cream and then switch to my charged and then water after that.
Can you tell everyone the story of your husband? Because I think that is absolutely hilarious. Would you mind sharing like how your husband is different now since he's been drinking ketones?
Well, he would never, ever imagine that he would try any kind of diet or powder. I've had protein powders. I think I've tried them all. And he would not ever even think about trying them. Or if it says organic, he's guaranteed like a no, I'm not having that because it's healthy. And so for him to do this, and it was his idea, and he said he would do it and he would try them and he loved them. So he decided on his own that he would also do the keto cream, which he was like cane sugar, lots of cane sugar, lots of milk or creamer in his coffee. And I with like a little bit of coffee and a lot of bit of sugar. And now he does the keto cream as well, and he loves that. And he just started his first diet fast today. So he's
That
really
is-
moving along, losing weight and gaining muscle and lots of energy. And I still can't get him to have the conversation with people. You know, they ask him, "What are you drinking?" He says, "Something my wife gave me."
That's so amazing. Thank you so much, Holly. And I want
Yeah.
you all to know that it's that easy. Like, she had just started within our community. She had never been to a Keto Life Party before. She didn't know what it looked like, but she had belief in our product. Like, she saw change within herself. She saw change within her husband. She saw change within her mom. Her mom has only been drinking ketones for this last week. And the stories that she was sharing at these Keto Life Parties was absolutely phenomenal. So like I said before, when you share your story, you're sharing a part of someone else's story. Like, there might not be someone that relates with the experience that I've had, but what if somebody is drinking that much coffee and they're looking for a solution? What if someone is exhausted and they're looking for a solution? What if someone is having problems with their digestion, which the story about her mom is absolutely amazing, and they're looking for a solution? So doing these Keto Life Parties is as simple as sharing stories. So when you gather the people that you care about and you just genuinely share your story of what ketones have done for you, you can Zoom people in. So if you want different stories, you can FaceTime someone and say, "Hey, this is my friend Sarah. I want you to share your story on ketones really quick." You can turn the phone around. Just keep it simple. Don't think that it has to be perfect. And speaking of it having to be perfect, is my friend Anne on here? Are you on here, Anne? She also hosted a Keto Life Party. I'm going to see if she can get unmuted here, if she is on. While we were at the More event, she thought about canceling her KLP. She was like, "Sarah, I don't know if I can do it. I have never been to a Keto Life Party. Like, I don't think people are going to show up. Should I just cancel?" Anne, are you on? If you are, I'll have you come off mute. If not, I can share your story. Yeah, I don't think she's on. Okay, I'm going to share her story really quick. So she had never hosted a Keto Life Party, and she wants it to be absolutely amazing. She wants everyone on her list who she invites to actually come. And I told her, I said, "Anne, if it's just you and us, I'm really excited about that Keto Life Party so I can get to know you more." And guess what? She packed the house. She didn't pack the house because she was selling something. She packed the house because she called the people that she cares about most and shared the story. She enrolled, I think, 10 people at her Keto Life Party. 10 different people are now drinking ketones because she was brave enough to host this party, to gather people together, to share stories. And it's absolutely amazing. When I went to Holly's, I thought to myself, why haven't I had it at a dance studio? I'm in the dance world. Why haven't I even thought of that? So I think it's important to remember to keep it simple. Like, we can all do this. You don't have to be perfect. If you're a perfectionist, will you type perfect in the comments below? Because I'll tell you right now, I am a perfectionist and it holds me back all the time because I want things to be perfect before I do something. I want to be certain of something before I talk about it. And guess what? That really holds us back sometimes. So yesterday we did a booth. We did it at a Christian music festival, and it was the best thing ever. I could have gotten my head. I could have overthought it. I could have thought to myself, how are we going to do this with a 4-year-old all day long? However, I know that people need what we have. The booth doesn't have to be perfect. What we need to do is we just need to talk to more people about what we have. We just need to share our story. So I hope that you take this message as have more Keto Life Parties. You don't even have to call it that. Just gather people together. You can sample some ketones. You can share your story. Do a booth. Like, just look into your community at different events that have booths. And then guess what? We have an amazing call tonight that Christina is going to talk about that's going to tell us how to maximize our ketones. We have a guest call that's coming up that's going to help us invite. So we have all these resources and tools to really help us maximize this. So I'm going to turn it back over to Christina so she can close us out and tell us about some of these amazing calls that are coming up.
Awesome. That's amazing. I love how keto life parties or ketones tastings parties, whatever you're calling it, can happen wherever you are, whenever you're there, even if it's on the fly and you're at the pool and you're in the community at a park, that you can still make that happen if you just have a bottle of ketones. And even if you don't, you can still talk about ketones wherever you're standing. And I love too that these what we're talking about marries each other so well, because I heard Holly say that she wasn't sure if she could do this because she's introverted. And I heard that on the other, like that I'm forgetting, Anne said that she wasn't sure if she wanted to do it because she wanted it to be perfect or wanted to make sure that it was exactly just right. So we have these things that we tell ourselves about ourselves that make it we use it sometimes as an excuse. Now we get to use as an excuse for showing up our innate statement. We get to speak that as the excuse to talk to people about ketones, because we have everything that we need right within inside of us. Every one of us, in whatever ways that we are and who we are, we have what we need. We just have to open our mouths. And oftentimes for me, that opening my mouth part is the hardest part. I am introverted as well, and it takes a lot for me to open my mouth. So what I have to do is count backwards from 5, use Mel Robbins' 5-second rule, and I go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, and then I just open my mouth. And if I open my mouth, it's kind of odd if I just open it and don't talk, and it looks odd, it feels weird, but then I just talk, even if I don't know what I'm gonna say. And the best thing to say is, are you drinking ketones yet? Because you can always go somewhere from there, and it just, or even saying, hi, my name is Christina, I see you have a daughter too. Something that starts a conversation, and then getting into talking about what you get to share and what you're drinking, what you drank this morning. And that's where everything can start. So from here, what are we going to do? So we have lots of things that we get to plug in as promoters, but we also have lots of things that we get to plug others into. And the beauty of this is that we have 140, at one point we had 142 people on here today. We are members of a huge community that is about people who are feeling better ourselves, and we get to share that feeling with other people and help other people feel better and stop drinking all the coffee, be able to have the ability to say, yes, I'm going to do something that seems really scary, like go on do an intermittent fast. We get to help people do that, but in community. And that's the beauty of what we have our hands on in community-based marketing. And we get to invite people to experience that community in multiple different ways and to validate the conversation that we're talking about with other people's stories. So every Monday and Wednesday, we have this huddle call. Monday is focused on mindset and action, and Wednesday is focused on action and training. And then from there, on Monday night tonight specifically, we have a Maximize Ketones call. This is something we haven't done for a really long time, but Dustin Schaefer is going to be talking about how you actually utilize your ketones to maximize them, to accelerate your results, to optimize your experience with them. And it's one that's amazing for us to get on and listen to, but also for us to invite our customers to, for us to invite people that might have trial packs, because they might hear how important it is to be consistent with ketones in order to gain the most benefits from them. It might be something to invite people who are doing the iFast with you this week, or who are doing the Slim Down Challenge. This is going to be a really informative call, and it's education. So Prove It always leads with education. And this call is a huge piece of that for yourself, and then for people that are already in your community or just getting started, have their toe dipped into the community.
Hey, Christina, can I jump in? Can I jump in there quick?
Yes, please, Dustin. Hi.
Awesome. Hey, I just interrupted you. You're in flow. So, hey, for tonight's call, it's going to be really cool. And something just like the language to put out there is most people don't know what to do. And the goal of tonight's call is to help people be heard, to give them very specific directions and help maybe overcome objections that people may or may not be having. So the first 20, 25 minutes is really going to be very specific, like this is what you do. And then we're going to follow that up with some Q&A. So people that have questions, of course, I won't address anything medical, but I can always work around those things and provide a high level of understanding and then direct them towards resources. But this is what I would say to people that you're trying to invite. And I would invite everybody. We should have 1,000 people on this call. And I would do is listen and say, hey, listen, over the last 8 years, we've been able to figure out what works, what doesn't, how it can be effective. And we've seen people, and then we've seen every single person you talk to, we've already seen and addressed that, right? There isn't a person out there that we haven't seen that we haven't been able to help in some capacity. So say, listen, yeah, this is the last 8 years. We're putting it all together for you tonight so that you can get the right information to get the right results. And I'm going to have, I'm not sure who yet, but somebody co-host this with me so they can help field the questions. But I'll be on for 4 hours if we have to answer questions. But the first 30 minutes will be kind of what to do. And then we're going to go into Q&A and really provide value to people and let them be heard. So I just want to share that with you all. This will be a really cool call tonight. And I can't wait to be on with you all to do that.
Awesome. Thank you, Dustin. That's really helpful to hear and gives, for me, it gives me language too. I'm like thinking now, oh my gosh, who are all the people I want to make sure that I get on this call with us tonight? So make sure that you're inviting to that. The details should be in the polls if they haven't been posted out yet. They will be soon. And then Wednesday night is our guest call. So that's opportunity here for new people, brand new people, to hear what are ketones and what are they doing in people's bodies? How are they impacting? And often it's always going to be half ketones sharing stories, product stories, and then also business stories and talking about the opportunity to share as a promoter. So those are our biggest calls, and that's how they're going to continue. This is our way to plug in with the community. I know we are 2 minutes over our time, so I want to make sure that we protect everyone's time today. Thank you for being on. Talk to yourself about who you are using these innate statements. Raise your eyebrows, smile, shake your booty, and get into action. Move your body, because that is going to affect how people are attracted to you and how you show up and how you feel about it too. So have a wonderful day, everyone. Talk to you soon. Bye.